What's up, everybody?
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. All right. So I'm going to try to make it through this video as best as I can. I am feeling under the weather today. Called in sick. Just feeling achy and gross and yuck. And I've got a crazy week ahead of me. So I was hoping if I slept all day that maybe I would feel a little bit better. And I wasn't feeling too bad this afternoon. And now I'm starting to feel icky again. So I will try to get through this as best as I can and as quickly as I can. So thank you for joining me. I was going to cancel and I thought, no, I think I can get through half hour, an hour. So thank you for hopping on. I just want to start off by thanking each and every one of you who have put in an order to date and so far. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. So I will be sending you your gift in the mail as soon as, it probably won't be till next week because I have a crazy week this week and I'm away this weekend with my team at our team retreat. So probably next week when I get back and get settled and kind of, but I have my list going of everybody that I need to send a gift to. So I just want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. It's most definitely been a challenging year. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I hadn't have lost the first quarter, which is my busiest quarter, I would have already had the trip months ago. So, wee bit frustrating, but I can't change life, and life is what life is, right? So, okay, so that. Hello, Miss Paula. So the other thing is I did tell you that I was going to have something important to tell you, and I know a lot of you guys probably thought I was going to announce that I earned the trip, which I have not as of yet. So that is not the big announcement. The big announcement is if you have ever been toying with joining Stampin' Up, whether with me or whether with somebody else, you're going to want to pay close attention during the month of October. Stampin' Up today on our leaders call just announced an incredible promotion that's going to go live October 3rd until the 31st. And in my 17 years as a demonstrator, I have never seen this promotion before. I'm like, wow. And I feel like I'm a broken record because I feel like I say that with every recruiting promotion. But honestly, what they're offering this time around just takes the cake. So, and I know there's going to be a lot of us that are already demonstrators that are going to want to sign back up because the promotion is that great. So I cannot release details to you as of yet because it's not officially out to everybody. Hello, Jan. So demonstrators, the wider demonstrator base will find out tomorrow during our weekly updates. And then you'll probably see it starting to pop up on the internet and that kind of thing. So I will send out details after it's officially released because I'm not technically allowed to say anything. But I'm just giving you a heads up because if it's something that you're like, oh yeah, you know what, I would do that again, or you know, I was a demonstrator before. Hello, Janet. And then I had to drop for whatever reason, and now is a better time for you. You're definitely going to want to take advantage of this promotion. Hi, Linda. Hi, Diane. Oh, it's so nice to see so many of you guys here. So anyway, so stay tuned for that. If you're on my team, I just did a live video for you just before I hopped on here with the details, so you can go check that out. So FYI. What else do I want to tell you? I think that's it. Do you want to stamp? Because I'm feeling kind of tough. I feel like I'm burning up, but I'm not burning up. I don't have a fever, but I feel like I'm burning up. And of course I wore a sweatshirt because I figured I'd be freezing here, and now I'm like roasting hot. Never fails. All right, let's get started. Oh, and the other thing I do want to tell you while I'm getting all set up here is there is a new video scheduled to go live Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hi, John. On my YouTube channel. Okay, so and they are Christmas cards, and I'm going to tell you they're very simple, but oh my gosh, so incredibly elegant. So be sure to check that out. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do that, because once that video goes live, then you are the first to be notified. You will get a notification that a new video is up. Okay. All right. So let's get started. I spent most of the day here yesterday prepping for the soiree, prepping for classes, prepping for all the things. And although I did get a lot ready, I feel like I didn't get close to enough ready. But that's just me, because I'm always so hard on myself. All right, so what did I tell you needed for tonight? I told you that you needed a standard card base, which is 5.5 by 11 scored at 4.25. I told you needed a standard piece of neutral paper. So either that is very vanilla or basic white. And then I told you that you needed, and I'm sure you probably were like, what the heck? 8 pieces of 1 inch by 1 inch. Okay, so I don't even remember what I did with this one. Okay, so let me see what I got here. So I got 3. Okay, so I'm trying to mix up my papers. I'm going to move these actually over to the side because I'm going to stamp onto my, I'm not going to stamp on my silicone pad, but I'm going to use my silicone mat to do my stamping, or to do my assembly, I mean, okay? So what we're going to do, how many of you guys are stamping along with me tonight, by the way? Because then I know what kind of pace to go at. If you're creating with me, if you're just watching. I know a number of you just watch, but some of you actually do go ahead and create with me. So I just want to make sure I'm not jumping ahead too fast. Anybody? Anybody out there? There we go. Almost forgot. How can you almost forget? Okay, Linda says she is. No, I'm just watching. Okay, perfect. Okay, then I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Okay, so what we're going to do is you have the worst part, watching. Okay, the worst part of this card is trying to decide which side of the paper you're going to use. Because if you're using Stampin' Up! Paper, you know that both sides of the paper are incredible. So this is the autumn paper, and I love this layout because this is an incredible way to use up your scraps, right? Like little teeny weeny scraps. And sometimes you're like, oh, what would I ever use that for? You don't want to throw it out, but you can't use it, right? Okay, the struggle is real, I'm telling you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this one here, and notice I'm not going to glue anything down just yet. Now, if you're one of those people that wants everything measured, you go right ahead. I am not measuring anything, because if you know me, I don't measure. I eyeball everything. And I'm just going to lay my papers on like this. And I'm spacing them out as evenly as I can. I'm going to go this way. Go this way. Now, I'm kind of doing mine in a pattern. Like, so these two are the same, these two are the same. But you absolutely 110% do not need to do this, okay? I guess this pack of paper that I used was not really... I didn't cut the right... My original card had more variety. Time difference, I'm in... Oh, that's right, Kathy. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm so sorry. I always forget about that. So yeah, that would be like... So that's like 5:15 for you. That's like supper time. Oh boy, I'm sorry. I would push it back later, but honestly, I'd probably be in bed if I pushed it back later. Okay, so this is what I have, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to very carefully glue these down. And I'm going to show you my finished card on this one too. Okay, glue, cooperate. Why is it the days that you don't feel good, everything just doesn't work right? So my poor mother-in-law today picked up Maya from school because she's done at 1 o'clock part of the week. And she showed up. She showed up with a new microwave. When she walks in the door and she says to me, "Oh my God, you look awful." I was like, thank you. But she showed up with a new microwave because the poor lady, bless her heart, realized how frustrated I am. Because right now I don't have a sink because my faucet has fallen apart. I need a whole new countertop. My microwave doesn't work because it's the one I got when I was in college. My parents bought it for me when I was in college. So that's like 25, almost 30 years old. Still going. It was just a cheap thing. I don't think they paid $100 for it. Still going. But it's hit and miss when it actually heats. Like sometimes you'll get warm food, sometimes you won't. And she was so frustrated on Saturday. My dishwasher doesn't work. So I need a new dishwasher. But I want to get a new countertop before I get the new dishwasher. My air fryer, the door is all messed up on it, so I'm waiting for a new door to arrive. So I think the poor lady realized how frustrated I was. So she said, "This is your early Christmas present. Here's a new microwave." And I was like, "Thank you." She goes, "But you look awful." I'm like, "Thank you, I think." So anyway, I thought that was very kind of her when I was having a icky day. But there's a lot going around apparently, because my supervisor apparently was homesick too today. And I was supposed to be in the office today because I had a couple meetings, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going into the office. Nobody wants to be near me. And I need to rest to make myself better. I got big plans. I got a busy week. Very, very busy week. I feel like these are not straight tonight. Just say because I'm feeling icky. Okay. So I'm spacing these out. Yeah, maybe we can. There we go. Okay. I'm spacing these out with a little bit in between. However, you could probably smush them together a little bit more if you wanted. And smush, that's a very technical term, by the way. Okay, so hang on. So this is what I was going to use on this one. I'm going to use this Biggest Wishes. So I think this stamp set gets overlooked quite often in the book. So I'm going to use this Hello. And I'm going to do it in, I have my water beside me. Who wants to lay bets that I knock it over and spill it everywhere tonight? I can guarantee you I will. Okay, so I'm going to use Pecan Pie. And I'm going to use Hello. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put my Hello right about here. So depending on what stamp you're using, might depend on the spacing too, right? So the instructions actually for this, for this one actually did say to cut a square to put in there. But I'm not doing that because there's enough of a square in there for me to stamp right on, right? So there's no need to cut another piece of paper. I pushed too hard. I always forget that this Mossy Meadow is my new Mossy Meadow. And it's very, very juicy. Okay, so friend. Hello, friend. So I like doing generic cards like this because I find that I can just send them to anybody. Like, it doesn't have to be, it could be anybody, right? We all have friends, I'm sure, right? I hope we do. You have me as a friend. That counts for something. Okay, let me put this one up here. I have not put my sticker on that ink pad as of yet. Okay, so where's my card base? Right here. So then, if I put this on here, can you see this? Look how pretty that is. It's just very, very simple, but such a great way to use up those bits that you really just don't know what to do. So this is a great card for Love It, Chop It. So if you have those bits from your Love It, Chop It pack, grab it out and get them done. Now, I could put a ribbon, I could put embellishments, I can do all the things to this one. Okay? Super cute. I'll show you my original card if I can find it. Hello, where'd you go? Here it is. So this is the one I did yesterday. Very similar, just move the papers around. I think maybe is this chocolate chip? Oh crap, I think I used chocolate chip on that, so my apologies. This one's early espresso. Okay, cute, very nice. Just simple, 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 simple. I'm not about the complicated cards too much. Okay, so now this one, I am not using, because I'm using the base as a very vanilla, I'm not using that second layer, okay? I could, just to give it some dimension, but I chose not to. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. So this is that dainty, is it dainty? Not Dainty Delight paper. Something else paper. The name has escaped me. So if I was doing this like Cajun Craze, or not Cajun, yeah, Cajun Craze piece here underneath, then I would probably cut the Very Vanilla for here, right? Just to kind of make it pop up a little bit more. I like things like kind of the same. I don't do random stuff very well. If anybody knows me, has stamped with me for a while, you would know that. Okay, and apparently I can't count because I can't cut 9 pieces instead of 8 pieces. Ooh. Boy, that's kind of scary. So because this one, I'm not using the next piece down, or the layer here, I'm going to bring these in a little bit more. Okay? I feel like I need that though, eh? What do you think? Hang on. Bear with me for a second. I'm wondering, I'm going to grab some paper. So bear with me for half a second. Now that I see this down, I don't love it. So I'm going to see if I can grab a piece and cut this down. I'm thinking I want to use yellow, is what I'm thinking. Oh, I could maybe use that. Will that work? This might work. Okay, who's with me still? You see how I pivot sometimes? A little gremlin in my head goes, no, we don't like that. Change it. I'm like, okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to, yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Okay, let's go this way. 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. Okay. Let me put this underneath. Yeah, I think I like this much better. Okay. Whew, I feel like I am. So the other thing is, if you wanted to, before you do your stamping, so this would be a really good one to do this on. Before you put your rectangle down, because now I've put this other layer. You know what? Let me just glue this down. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Before I put my sentiment on, if I wanted to run this piece through the embossing folder, well, I'm not going to now because I'm gluing it down, but what I could do essentially is put my pieces onto this, run that piece through the embossing folder, right? And we'll give it that texture, and then put this piece in there. It would really step it up a notch or two, right? So, but I'm not going to do that because my die cutting machine is out in the other room. Okay. So I'm just going to I'm just kind of eyeballing this. I know this probably makes some of you guys cringe because you're like, oh my gosh, she's just eyeballing it. She's supposed to measure in between each and every one of them. I am not a measurer, friends. Woo, shoot. Okay, I guess we'll go up here. Okay, there. Okay, we're going to use this one. So you're going to see how different each of these cards is going to look just by changing the paper and changing the sentiment, right? I think this would look really cute if it was embossed, but that's fine. That's okay. So I'm noticing not many people are actually posting their pictures of their completed cards. Am I missing them? Or am I just forgetting to do the draws? I'm not sure. I thought you would maybe want to get some prizes. I'm just, you know what I'm looking for? I grabbed my ruler when I came over here. Here it is. Okay. I'm going to measure. I just said I never measure. I'm going to measure here. So I want this to be about 2¼ inches, roughly, by 2¼ Okay, I can handle that. We'll start with that, and then we can always trim it down if we need to. So if you posted your picture last week and I completely missed it, which actually, now that I'm saying this, I think a few of you guys maybe did actually post it. I might have forgot to pick some winners. It's been busy. It's been a busy, busy time. We are finally, after so many months behind, finally done haying. We should have been done in August. But here we are, the end of September. We're just finishing up. I feel like this is not the color I want. No, it's not the color I want. I want this one. I want Calypso Coral. I had Cajun Craze. So this is Oh Happy Day, and it's from the Kindest Expressions. Oh, I don't know if this is a really good ink pad, though. We'll see. If not, I'll flip it over. Okay. Yeah, it's not the best ink pad. I'm going to have to order a whole bunch of new ink pads, I think. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, happy day. See, I think I would like this better if this was embossed. But that's fine. You folks can emboss it and then post a picture, and then you can show me how beautiful it looks. So this piece I cut it 2¼ by 2¼ So if you're using a solid color here, you want this piece to be 2¼ by 2¼ Okay? Okay, so there's card number 2. All right. All right, let me see here. Okay, I put my stamps away because that's very important. Okay, that's away. And that's away. Okay, last card. I'm going to make it. I think I'm going to make it, friends. I'm going to make it. Okay. Let me get this one out of the way here. Okay, so this one I am using Boho Blue. I love Boho Blue. It's one of our in colors. And I used all my scrap paper when I did these cards, which was like, yay me, right? And then I'm using a piece of white, basic white. And then I think this is what I wanted to do. Uh-oh. No, this one I didn't cut enough of. Some I cut too many, some I didn't cut enough. What the heck? Oh, here it is. Just kidding. Just kidding. Right here. Right here. Don't anybody panic. Like that. Kind of what I'm thinking. What do you think? Ish? Okay, it's not glued down. It looks awful right now, but let's go boop. And let's glue this one down. So what do you think of this card layout? I have next week's already planned out because I am gone next weekend and I'm not coming back until Monday morning. So I have to be prepared to go live Monday night. So I designed the card yesterday and so I'll be all ready to go when I get back. I thought about doing a recorded video, but then I thought, you know, I should be back in lots of time. There's no reason to do a recorded video. Oh, my phone's beeping on me. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put this one here. So depending on what sentiment you want, you could like adjust this, right? So if you have a really big stamp, you could adjust that, which is kind of cool too. Okay. So Janet said nice layout. Yeah, I like this because I think it's just such a great way to use up scraps. And really, I'm sure if you adjusted the size of the papers, you could get a totally different looking card too, right? But I love the fact that these actually use up scraps. Oh, I have to think about this. I think I messed this up. It's okay. I'll figure it out. Okay. See, I like things to be exactly like that one goes there, that one goes there, right? Whereas I know a lot of you don't. Like, it's, use your creative license on this. By all means. Okay, so I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to go with this one. Because you know what? We pay a lot for our money. A lot for our money. A lot for our paper and supplies. So we want to get as much out of them as possible, right? Like, we don't want to waste anything. So this way, we're not wasting anything. We're using all the bits on this one. Okay, so this one, I'm going to use something fancy. I was thinking about this. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration because I love that one. I just don't know if it's going to fit. Oh, heck yeah, it's going to fit. Okay, so I just need a block. And I think this might be too dark, the Misty Moonlight. Misty Moonlight or Boho Blue? Does anybody have a very strong opinion on which blue I should use? Will I get a drink of my water? I think you guys are a little bit delayed, so I have to wait a minute. Anybody? I feel like either one of them would go, or I could go completely off the radar and go like with a gray. Oh, it is my sister. Watching from Saskatchewan. Welcome. Misty Moonlight, probably Misty Moonlight. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was wondering if it's going to be too dark though. Hello, Miss Sabrina. My beautiful sister that I love so much. Okay, I didn't forget your birthday, just stretching out the celebration. Okay, here goes nothing. Yeah, it's hard to stamp when you're on camera. You know why? Because I'm trying not to put my head in the camera. So I'm trying to make sure this is straight. And I know if Linda is probably going, well, use your Stamparatus. Because then you're guaranteed to have a straight image. Oh, wow, that is stunning. Okay, dark one. Okay, perfect, the darker one. Dark one maybe? Probably Misty Moonlight. I love you guys. You guys are like on the same wavelength as me. I love that. So now, you know what we need to do? We need to add some bling bling. What do you think? Okay, so cleaning up my stamps. Do we want to add bling to this? I don't want to like overdo it. Right? Where are my gems? Boop, boop. There they are. So, here's my rhinestones, right? And we all know that we can color our rhinestones with our blends, right? Bling is always good, yes. She's my bling girl. Yes, she is my bling girl. Yeah, so we know that we can color. I'm going to show you how to do that just super quick. As soon as I get my bearings about me here, I'm trying to find, my blends are all messed up. I had them all by color family, and then sometimes when you're working away too much on them, that's a Night of Navy. They don't get put back to where they're supposed to be. Oh, here, hang on. I got you. What's this one? Oh, this is boho blue. Oh boy. Let's see, what do we got here? Blueberry bushel. Oh, I bet you it's this one right here. I gotta order those little stickers that you can get. Here we go. Dark Misty Moonlight. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen this done before, but I'm gonna show you. You can only do this with your blends. You can't do this with your Stampin' Write marker. So what is the difference? So this is a Stampin' Write marker. One is round, one is square, I guess is what you'd call. They both have the same type tips. So one has a paintbrush, one has a chisel. So same with these. These are alcohol based. Your Stampin' Blends are alcohol based. These are not. These are water based. So you cannot do this technique with regular markers because they will not. It won't dry onto the rhinestone. Okay, so if I just take my blend, now we want to be very cautious when we do this though, friends, because you can ruin the tip of your blend. Okay, and I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to my blends. I'm very overprotective. So I'm just kind of circling around. And I don't know if you can see that on camera. I hope you can. I could zoom in, but I'm pretty zoomed in already. It's now blue, right? So if I pick a color like a red, just maybe that might show up on camera. I'm going to knock over my water. You just watch. I'm going to knock over my water. There's going to be water everywhere. So if you take your, yeah, this might come up on camera much better. Now this does dry relatively quickly. So you can pick this up and put it onto your card. Okay. But you have to use your blends for this because it's alcohol based. And so it like sticks to your embellishment much better than it does if you are not using them. So I don't know how many of you guys know that, but that's my tip for you tonight. And of course you're going to get out your trusty Take Your Pick tool because everybody needs to have a Take Your Pick tool. So one of the kits that I posted on my Facebook page, was an adhesive or beginner toolkit, and in that toolkit I give you one of these. I give you the paper snips, which are these, which are the best scissors I've ever had in my life. So incredibly sharp, you want to keep the lid on them for sure. And then you get a bone folder. Now this bone folder I got for free at OnStage. It's an exclusive event for leaders, but it's very much like this, and it will say Stampin' Up on it. Just yours will be new and not loved like mine. And then you get a variety of different adhesives. So you get like your glue dots, you get your Tombow, which is like this glue that I've been using. You get tear and tape, you get all sorts of stuff. So it's a really, really great way. Oh, Sandy, you found us. It's a really great way to get a little bit of everything to get you started. And then when you come to class, it actually comes in a really cute case. I'm going to take a picture of one. It comes in a clear case so you can see what's in your bag. I think you might, no, I don't think I put the tape runner in there. Okay, so enough talking, let's get working. Okay, so let's go with, so who has never seen a Take Your Pick tool in progress before? Can you see how I'm just picking this up? So this Take Your Pick tool is incredible because it has this rubber end on it. So it's a really good kit, Brie. And then I have one that's just adhesive. So it's all glue. So for those of you that already have a bone folder or paper snips or a Take Your Pick tool, you need several of both of these. But anyway, because if you're like me, I lose it all the time. I also have that available, right? So, okay, so Take Your Pick tool is amazing because it has this rubber end that's great for picking up these gems. Because if you're like me and I can't feel my fingers most days, this end is like a paper piercer, so it's very, very sharp. But then it also has a spatula on here that you can use if you want to pick it up. Pick up your gems with the spatula. You can do that, and it also now comes with a variety of attachments, which I would show you mine, but I'm not even sure where mine are at the moment, because I was showing somebody mine, but they now have brought out rotary cutters and stuff on them too, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so we need to vote. I need to put my lid on my... So I tell people, make sure you put your lid on your rubber end though, because A, it keeps your rubber moist, and B, it doesn't get all the junk on it, like all the dust and particles and that kind of thing. So always keep that on. And there's my blue dots. Okay, so we always do this at the end of the video. We vote 1, 2, and 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So this one, I honestly feel like if I had embossed this, I would love it so much more. Okay, so in the comments, 1, 2, 3. There's no right or wrong answer to this. So, and I will still remain your friend no matter what you pick. Okay, FYI. Okay, I'm going to put my supplies away because that's what I like to do. I should show you my desk right now. It is like, oh boy, it's bad right now. Okay, so we've got, oh boy, you guys are coming in hot and heavy here. I didn't even see all these comments coming in. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, Paula says 3. Yeah, I agree. Diane says 1, 3, and 2. 3, 1, 2. Oh, I lost all my comments. Oh, I lost you guys. Where'd all my comments go? Down here. Okay, hang on, bear with me. Okay. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, and 2. I love them all. I can't decide. Aw, thank you, Linda. 3, 1, and 2. 3, 1, and 2. 3, 1, and 2. You know what? It's funny because I love this one. I'm tied between these two actually, just because I'm obsessed with both of these papers. This one is a little much for me. It's just a little, I don't know, a little brighter than I'm used to. But I think we all know that I love this Countryside Inn paper and I love this fall paper. So yeah, I'm kind of torn between these two. All right, so here's your challenge. Your challenge is you're going to complete these cards. You are going to post your picture of your completed cards onto either my group or my page, whichever you prefer. Yeah, 3 and 1 are my faves. I agree. Yeah, definitely. This one I don't love, but this is pushing me out of my comfort zone for sure. So post your pictures either on my group or on my page. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can always private message me and I will look at them, right? Sandy, these squares are 1 inch by 1 inch and you need 8 of them. 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 of them. And then this is just a standard card base, and then this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And then I will pick a winner. So as I was talking, I'm starting to realize I think I did see some pictures from last week because I think Linda Pearson posted some. Diane, did you post some? I'm trying to think. I do remember seeing some on my group. So I will go back and pick a winner from last week. So my apologies. But yeah, I'd love to see your pictures posted. And just a reminder that we are in the last week of September. So if you have not signed up for any of, yes, it was Diane. Okay. If you have not signed up for any of my October classes, can you please do so ASAP? Just because with the soiree, I am in soiree mode. So I'm trying to stay ahead of all the classes and prepping everything so that I know that that part is done so I can focus on the soiree. The soiree is a lot of cutting. I'm cutting over 40 kits. So that's a ton of paper. I'll show you. I'll take a picture of what it looks like. I've got some here, some in the living room. So it's a big deal. So I want to get it all ready and done. So I just want to make sure all the classes are taken care of first, because if you're like me, time goes by very fast, right? So yeah, so if you don't know where to find my classes, you can find them on my website, and you can find it through this Linktree address that's underneath the pink bar here on my screen. If you go there, that will take you to everything that you need to know about me. Or you can always private message me, and I'd be more than happy to send you the link to where my classes are. All right. I think that's it. I think I'm done. So we got 3 cards done and a little bit of blabbing in less than an hour. Yay me, right? Okay. So if you're coming to any classes this week, I will see you this week. And if you're not, we'll catch you at the next ones. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for supporting me and my business. I appreciate each and every one of you more than you understand. So yeah, so thank you everybody, and we will talk to you very soon. Bye.
With a dream, our passion made a difference and built a family. We've grown strong.